Okay, Andy, according to Gartner, by 2026, AI chatbots and virtual agents will cause traditional search engine traffic to drop by a whopping 25%. 25. But you say you're not worried. Why is that?
Well, I don't own a search engine, so I'm not big tech. So I mean, that prediction disrupts Google more than anybody else, obviously. But as a marketer and as a content marketer, I am maybe less concerned than you might think because I have other channels. I have diversified my traffic sources. I have a LinkedIn newsletter, and I'm active on YouTube, and I have like email subscribers, and just some word of mouth built up over time. So I wasn't betting the whole farm on search to begin with, but then also I think that doesn't mean, of course, that the reason for that will be because users discover that it's faster, easier, lighter weight, more private, less trackable to get your answer in AI. In other words, should I prompt or should I query? Like, it's very, very interesting. And this is like the most interesting part of the whole topic for me. So yeah, a lot of us, and maybe many of us already are, prompting instead of querying, using Perplexity or ChatGPT to find a quick answer. That crushes people who had content strategies based on short, quick answers. Those of us that have published, and hopefully many of us here and CMI fans and CM World attendees should all know, long form answers, deeper content, like more like on the big topics. And then finally, one of the reasons why I don't worry as much as you might think is because I think there are still plenty of queries that have visit website intent. They're considering an option. They're looking at companies. They want to explore that, possible service provider. Those people still want to go to a website because they still want to read your story and find out what you believe. I think that shift that Gartner predicted, very blunt way to write a headline, but mostly the impact there will be for short information intent queries, which are moving to prompts. But for the real, investigation, commercial intent, this person wants to, consider a conference to go to, they're going to look at websites. So I don't think that part of the internet will be impacted. Another reason why I think that this isn't doomsday, a decline in search volume isn't the end of content discovery. For those of us that have been answering questions on their websites, AI will be sending you traffic. AI has links in it, those citations. This on the left is a screenshot from my Google Analytics showing traffic that my website has gotten from perplexity.ai. Now, getting traffic from AI apps is going to be a problem for measurement because it's going to be mostly direct traffic. Traffic from apps shows up as direct. But when it comes from a website and perplexity.ai, the website, it shows up as referral traffic. So this is one small part, probably of much more traffic. But on the left, yeah, you can see AI will be a source of traffic to our websites because the visitor who sees that, the user who prompted, will want to see the source, or they're looking for something to cite, or they're trying to share an article with a friend, or they're going deeper into the topic. They will tap on that citation and go to a website. It may not be the same volume of search, but it will be some. So you can see. And then I'm trying to answer the question also in the screenshot, like what kind of content should we publish? I'm a content strategist. What should we publish? We want AI to mention us. It looks to be kind of a lot of overlap between just the content that people tend to link to. On the right, that's my Google Search Console showing which of my URLs has been linked to. Look, there's quite a bit of overlap there. So original research, long form content, detailed best practices, the things that have some more visuals involved with them, right? These AI, like Perplexity puts graphics in there. So those are probably going to be our go-to formats for continuing to have content that gets discovered. I personally don't care if the person comes from an AI app or comes from a Google search results page.
So how do content marketers prepare for that shift? How should they change their strategy, adapt their strategy?
Build a brand, be like try to build a reputation as being a go-to resource on a topic. If that sounds like a huge lift, narrow the topic, it'll get easier. Niche down faster, the smaller your niche, the faster you can grow. Write for other people's websites, right? Be everywhere, be present, do digital PR, record videos. There's lots of things where people want to watch a video. AI doesn't really do that, or at least not yet. There's how do you set up GA4? I don't really want to read that step by step. It's a visual thing. So people that choose topics for which visuals and videos are a good option, and we know that the users kind of want that as a way to get their answer, that's still mostly unimpacted. Also, don't count on website traffic as your main goal. Count on total visibility. So when you write for other websites, or when you publish on LinkedIn, or when you build an active YouTube channel, or living on social media, that's still visibility. That's still brand touch points. That's still you building a name. So lots of ways. There's lots of ways that we should be doing this. I think it's, there was always more to life than search. And anybody who was completely invested in one channel, obviously you had risks in your strategy all along.
All these changes are happening in search. We just did a big article about it. These SEO heists, Google's SGE, social search. What are your thoughts? Is this the end of search as we know it? What are you, and with the AI, what are you telling your clients?
Well, click-through rates from search results pages have been declining for like 10 years. So this is not new. We're not suddenly disrupted. This has been a long time, slow disruption. Google has gradually been shifting from the white pages to the yellow pages. They've been really working hard to monetize each and every query. Search results are just packed with ads and visuals and maps, and people also ask, and featured snippets and knowledge panels, and there's so much noise in search results pages that click-through rates from search have been going down for a decade. So this is a continuation of that. Think of SGE as like a super pumped up version of the featured snippet. That's basically what it is. It's a low click-through rate, fast answer for the person that had simple information intent. So no, focus on phrases for which there is visit website intent, the phrases that are bottom of funnel commercial intent, where people really kind of are considering options and want to see your beliefs and values and differences. Optimize your sales pages.
I was just reading a bunch of articles about how Google's ranking crappy content, so then other people are just churning out crappy content so they can rank with the Google. But it's at what we haven't figured out we need to make good content.
Yuck! Oh, so disgusted by that. And I get these questions can AI help me quickly write 10,000 word articles in 4 minutes? Probably. I've never tried. Why would you want to do that? Jay Baer's got a great quote. He said, the problem isn't that AI can do what marketers do. The problem is that marketers keep doing what can be done by an AI. Let's do something that AI cannot do. Let me give you some examples. Take a stand. Have beliefs. Come out for and against something. Because AI has no views. It has no opinions at all. Or collaborate with influencers. Do what we're doing now. Work with other people. You know why? Because AI has no friends. It can't do what we're doing right now. Record a video, explain your point of view, show your tone of voice and body language, and be real about it on a camera. AI can't do that because it has no face. People would say, oh, well, you can use 11 labs and combine it, mash together this thing. That's not a person. Your audience knows that. So I think it's very easy to differentiate content from AI. And people who have highly differentiated content, things that can't be done by AI, will have an even bigger advantage going forward.
Great point. Go ahead, JK.
Cool. Well, Andy, you kind of touched on some of what I was going to ask, but if you could elaborate a little bit more, what do you think the most important thing for future-proofing your SEO content? Is that even possible?
I don't think it's possible because Google can't future-proof itself, right? Search itself is not future-proof. There's another great quote. It's called Amara's Law. There was a Stanford computer scientist called Roy Amara who said, people overestimate the impact of technology in the short run and underestimate it in the long run. It is totally unclear what's going to happen. If Gartner's right, then the use of browsers will decline. Just think about that, right? You're not going to open a browser to get an answer. The way that people use the internet will change completely. You'll have a personal agent for your money, for your travel, for your health. You're going to talk to this thing. You're going to take it out and talk to your agent. You're going to love your personal agent because it knows all about you. And that's just how people are going to use the internet. So this is this kind of scary suggestion, but no, I don't think you can future-proof search because search itself isn't future-proof.
Yeah, Robert made that point in his news this week. He's like, yes, the technology changed, but it's more about how we are adapting, how we are going to use the technology rather than it's going to take over everything and change everything. It's how we change to the adapting to that technology.
And maybe it's good. I made a little video that showed side by side me searching for a guacamole recipe, and the mobile experience, browser plus Google plus websites, is horrid. It's terrible. Like the amount of noise and tracking codes and cookie banners and block notifications and ads and videos, like there are ads on top of ads, literally in my mobile. I recorded it. You can see it. If I ask for the guacamole recipe from ChatGPT, I get like 180 words and that's it. It told me how to make guacamole. So there are, now I picked like the most nightmarish category recipes. I purposely chose one that's bad. But if there is a change in user behavior, it's because it's a better experience for users. Let's acknowledge that the day we live in, these are dark days for content discovery, especially on mobile. It's ugly. It's not good, and it should be better.
As we wrap up, just one thing, like everything that's happening in search and content discovery and everything, what's one thing you want marketers to know or maybe feel better about everything that's going on? What's sort of your last word about all of that?
Well, the foundational principle that we have all embraced in the content marketing community has not changed. There are still people out there in the world who are struggling with a topic that you have in your brain, who need the information that you already know so well. The content marketing is still a contest of generosity, where the brand or person who gives away the most helpful, useful advice wins the largest audience and loyalty and love. So I want us all to just take a deep breath and remind ourselves that our audiences need our help. You can be a helpful, useful internet citizen. That intermediary, that channel, maybe it's been Google for you for a while, maybe it's been social or email or other channels. That may change, but what doesn't change is the connection that people make with each other when they help each other with information, with advice, with insights, with perspective, point of view, opinion, research, whatever you're doing. It's important, the work that we do, because our audiences and our prospects still need expert points of view, and that's what we're here for.